Hi, in this video, I want to discuss how to handle flexible schedule in HR Tech. Okay, so in HR Tech, when you say flexible schedule, currently it doesn't mean that the employee can just time in anytime he or she wants and go out anytime he or she wants. Okay, there is still some rules to be followed, but with a certain amount of flexibility. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Okay, first, let us have a setting. In the configuration setting, let us have a schedule, wherein on this schedule I set up a flexible schedule, wherein the type should be flexible daily. Okay, so currently we only support flexible daily, but I think in some companies they are having flexible weekly, so that is not yet supported at the moment. What I will discuss to you right now is the flexible daily. Okay, so again, you can set up the grace period for late, minutes of late to become half day, and minutes of undertime to become half day. So all of this I discuss in my discussion regarding the schedule. Okay, but in this video I will concentrate more on the discussion of flexible daily. Okay, so everything will be the same except for the schedule type. Okay, now let's go to the shift of flexible per day so I can explain that. So in here, it's enough for you to know that on the schedule, you need to put the schedule type as flexible daily, and then you put here the shift. No, that is flexible on this particular schedule. Okay, so let's go now to the shift. So on the shift, I created a flexible daily. Okay, so as I said, it's not that the employee can come in anytime or anytime she wants. Okay, there is still some rule to be followed. First is that there is the latest that the employee can come in. Okay, so beyond that time, she will be considered late already. Okay, so in HR Tech, even though you have a flexible schedule, you still can encounter late. Okay, can incur late depending on the uh, policy of the company. Okay, so in this case, I set it up as 10. Okay, so what do you mean by 10? 10 means that is the latest the employee can come into the office without incurring late. Okay, she can come before this time, and then the calculation of the scheduled timeout will never be affected. Okay, and then there is also the earliest start here. So the earliest start is 8 o'clock. Okay, so that means even though the employee came at 7, so 7 will not be counted as 7. It will be still be counted as 8. That means that the start of working time will still be 8. Although, of course, in reality, the employee can still work. What I mean is the counting of the number of hours, the shift hours. So the shift hours will always start at 8, even though the employee come before 8. But of course, if the employee come after 8, let's say 9, 8:30, 9:30, so the start of the time will start on the actual time in, not on the 8. What I'm saying here is that if the employee came before 8. So if the employee came before 8, still the counting is from 8 because that is the earliest start. So it doesn't matter if the employee comes at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., still the counting starts from 8. Okay, so the timeout will be calculated based on the scheduled time in. Okay, so again, on the shift start, this is the maximum that the employee will not incur late. And earliest start, this is actually the time in that is to be official. I mean, the employee, the the counting of the number of hours cannot be earlier than this. Okay, it's because this is the earliest start. So I set it at 8 o'clock. In your company, you can set it at 6, at 5, 7, doesn't matter. Okay. In this example, I just set it in a way that the the core is from 8 to 10. Okay, and of course you need to set up the shift hours and also the break hours. Okay, now the regarding the shift end, it's not required because the shift end will be calculated based on the calculated time in, depending on what time the employee came to the office. Okay, and then once you have this configuration, you need to assign it to the employee. Okay, so if I go to the employee, I have here one employee, which is Ju Yan Yu. So the schedule of Ju Yan Yu is flexible daily. Okay, so let us now see the generated timesheet. I already generated the timesheet, by the way, just to save time. So if we go to the timesheet of Ju Yun Yi, that is from October 1 up to today, maybe. Okay. Now, on the October 1, as you can see, the actual time in is 7. And the actual time out is 4. Okay. As I said, even though the employee came before 8, still the counting of scheduled time in is 8. So therefore, the employee should go out at 5 p.m. in order not to incur under time. Now in this case, although he came early, or she came early, by the way, still she incurred an under time of 1 hour. That is because the scheduled time in is still 8, although she came at 7. Now since she came out at 4 p.m., therefore it will be an under time of 1 hour. Okay. Now on October 2, she came at 11. So in this case, she's already late for 1 hour. That is because based on our setting, the latest or the maximum time in order not to incur late is at 10 a.m. So since she came at 11 a.m., although she came out at 8:30 p.m., which is actually, if you look at it, it is 9 hours and 30 minutes, right? Excluding the break, of course, it is already 8 hours and 30 minutes. But then the counted attendance is only 7 hours. That is because there is still a late of 1 hour. Okay. Now, for October 5, actual timing is 8, but the actual timeout is 4:30. Still, she incurred half hour, okay, of or 30 minutes of under time. That is because the timeout should be 5 p.m. Okay, and then in October 6, the actual timing is 9, so it is beyond 8, the earliest, but before 10. Okay, so she will not get late. And then the actual timeout is 5. Okay, but actually this is less than 8 hours since she came at 9. So therefore the scheduled timing is 9 and then the scheduled time out is 6 p.m. But since she came out at 5, so there is still an under time of 1 hour. Okay, but here, as you can see, she came at 8 and then the time out is 5. So in this case, the scheduled timing is 8 and also the scheduled time out is 5. So this is perfect. So in this case, her attendance is perfect. It's 8. Okay. Same thing here, although she came at 10 a.m., which is actually after the earliest, right? But still not beyond the latest, which is 10 a.m. And she logged out at 7 p.m. So in this case, the attendance is still perfect. No late, no under time. That is because although she came at 10, she came out at 7 p.m. Okay? And then here, she came at 10:45, which is actually already late of 45 minutes. So she incurred a late of 0.75 hours. And then she should come out at 7 p.m. That is because the scheduled time in is already 10, right? But then she came out at 6:30. So therefore, there is also an under time of 0.5 or 30 minutes. Okay, so she both incurred late and also under time in this case. Okay, and then here, time in is 9 and the time out is 18 or 6 p.m. In this case, this is perfect. Okay, there is no late, there is no under time. That is because although she came at 9, she came out at 6 p.m. So still it is 8 hours. Okay, excluding break. So there is no late, there is no under time. And then here, she came at 6:45 a.m. and then she went out at 5 p.m. So still the attendance is perfect because it's not late, it is before 10, and then the timeout, the scheduled timeout should be 5 p.m. and then her timeout is 5 p.m. So therefore it's perfect. But on the last one, on the October 15, she came at 10, but she came out at 6:10 p.m. So the scheduled timeout will be 7 p.m. because the scheduled timing will already be 10. Okay, in this case. So it is 10. Scheduled timeout should be 7 p.m. but she came out at 6:10 p.m. So therefore, she will have another time of 0.83 hours. Okay, so that is the way the system is calculating the late and under time for flexible employees. Okay, so yeah, that's it. If you have any question, just put it on the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.